What's up everybody, I'm Adam. You're watching Model Aviator, and this week we're going old school with a Sig Kadet Mk1. Now we are humbled by the amount of support the channel has received. We've got quite a few more subscribers than we thought we'd have at this point. We're not even a year old yet. We appreciate each and every one of you, from those of you that have been with us right from the start to those of you that have just joined the Model Aviator family. Thank you for coming along, and based on a lot of the comments that we read and some of the emails that we've gotten, quite a few of you have taken a vested interest in Heidi and myself, and we really appreciate that. We have a vested interest in you, and we thought that some of you might enjoy finding out how this process all started for yours truly. I started in 1981, and boy am I showing my age. This is a picture of me at 13 years old with my very first airplane, a Sig Kadet Mk1. Had a K&B 40 motor on it that ran kind of like poo, and a Craft 4-channel Sports Series transmitter. And what we have on the bench today is a Sig Kadet Mk1 with a much better engine. It's got a Saito 56 Golden Knight, and this is a Craft Sports Series 4-channel radio. Now I don't fly this airplane on this. I've got it programmed into my DX6. This actually doesn't work. I bought this at a swap meet for $5 just for display purposes, but this is what I started on. And let me tell you, in 1981, this was state of the art. I thought this was really something. So my first Sig Kadet Mk1, and Sig Kadets, by the way, were designed in the 70s by a gentleman named Claude McCullough. The Mk1 had a straight tail, like you see here, and was a 3-channel airplane, just rudder, elevator, and throttle. The Mark II had a swept tail and had the addition of ailerons. When I was a kid, I flew my first Cadet for about a year, and then we modified it and added ailerons to it. This one has ailerons added to it, and by the way, I bought this off my good buddy John LeSueur, who is a very interesting character. Great pilot, great guy, flies everything still on 72 megahertz and only flies nitro. You will see an episode with John in the Model Aviators and their Models series at some point soon, hopefully. Got a lot of cool stuff to show you. Great pattern pilot, lots of trophies and plaques everywhere. He had this in his hangar, and I was at his house talking with him, and next thing you know, this thing's in my car on the way home with me. He started with a Sig Kadet Mk1 as well. Sig Kadets taught thousands of people how to fly. For the day, it was the apprentice. It was the premier trainer in the hobby. You got a box of sticks and sheet balsa, a set of plans, and you had to learn to model and cover and set up and do all those things right off the bat with your first airplane. We've got it so much. I don't know if it's better or worse. I guess it depends on your perspective, but it is way easier now to get started than it was then. But I'm really glad that I started that way, and I like going old school and flying this airplane every now and then. This beautiful Saito 56 Golden Knight I picked off my buddy Tim Sankey, who, those of you that have followed the channel, you've seen him in the Model Aviators and their Model series. He is the gentleman that owns the super cool twin fuselage J3 with 2 Saito 100s. He kind of specializes in Saitos, and was nice enough to let go of this one for me to put in this airplane. And yeah, you fly them with a receiver pack. You can use nickel metal hydride or a life battery, which is what I have here. It's 1100 milliamp G-Force life battery. That gives me probably 6 or 7 flights before I have to charge it. And I've got it set up so I can remove it because I don't like leaving any kind of battery in an airplane, even an old school nitro plane. So yeah, with that, what you're going to see is a sport flight with a Sig Kadet Mk1 that's been modified with ailerons. It will do a lot more than you would think an old school nitro trainer will do. So I hope you enjoy this. I really enjoyed flying it. Hope you've enjoyed finding out kind of where I started. It's been a long, fun, amazing journey, and I will never forget my first Cadet. And now that I have a pretty good looking one in my hangar, I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm going to keep this airplane for a while. I enjoy flying it. Only gets taken out of the hangar a couple times a year, but when it does, I love it. And I hope you enjoy it too. Take care of yourselves. Happy flying. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's take a look at this cadet.